Welcome to the Darkstream. It's early in the day. Maybe we should call it Bright Stream. I don't know. Anyhow, I thought we'd pop in a little bit early today and comment a little bit on the charade that's taking place, or has taken place, with the failed FBI director, Comey. In keeping with the requests, I have a friend. He didn't see why the others got to be on the Darkstream, so this is the this is Space Bunny's boy, and he's a big boy. And needless to say, if I'm going to hold on to him the whole time, this is going to be a very, very short stream. So anyhow, wave to everyone. Hello. He's not digging this. So. Anyhow, now it's coming back to me. You want to do it again? You don't want to do that again. I'm pretty sure you don't. Anyhow, as is now obvious to everyone, this whole thing with James Comey has turned out to be a joke. It's now been revealed that he leaked his memo to his friend, but he wouldn't give it to Congress. He's essentially confirmed everything that Trump had said earlier. It's been so bad that CNN has already had to issue a retraction correcting a story that it had worked on with four of its reporters. Oh, do you want to be on it again? No, you can't. So, yeah, that's the boy. He is also unimpressed with the FBI director. So, anyhow, the thing is that what we're seeing here is that the media is attempting to create pressure on the God Emperor, and they're willing to do it by any means necessary. And so, you're seeing all of this stuff get exaggerated, all of this stuff get talked up. And what we're seeing today is just another illustration of how it's all just a charade. It's all, like Mike Cernovich likes to say, he's doing commentary.
Well, Don's right here, so he won't walk by.
Oh, is that the problem? I thought maybe he was just upset about FBI Director Comey.
Yeah. He's all broken up.
So, that was Space Bunny, obviously. Anyhow, it's very important to keep in mind what you've just seen when the next anti-Trump revelations come out. They too will almost certainly turn out to be complete nonsense. Okay, what they are going to do, the media is the enemy. They're not objective. There's not even any pretense of being objective, and so you just need to keep them. It's so easy to get caught up in hearing what somebody said about what somebody said, and somebody else said something about it, and then they commented on it, and they analyzed it. And, by the time you've got 50 people in the media discussing something, it suddenly starts to look like it must be real. I mean, how could they all be talking about it if it wasn't real? And the answer is very simple. They're all just quoting a story that somebody planted in the first place. I mean, it's now come out that not only did Comey not have Trump under investigation. Not only was the God Emperor not under investigation, but when Clinton was under investigation, they agreed that they would not call it an investigation, but a matter, an investigative matter, in order to avoid having to admit that she was under investigation. So, anyhow, at this point, I mean, obviously most of you have figured this out by now, but at this point it is obvious that James Comey is and always was a deep state swamp snake. He was never honest. He was always covering for Hillary Clinton. He was always running defense for her. Probably would have been a better move for Trump to get rid of him in the first place. The reason that Comey didn't resign, obviously, is because he wanted to try to hamstring the Trump administration. So, there's going to be more interesting stuff coming out I'm sure. Right now, nothing interesting has come out. All that's happened is that Comey has been nailed down to his statements. Now that he has testified to Congress, he is at risk of perjury if he tries to contradict himself yet again. So, at this point, we can probably conclude fairly reasonably that Comey and the whole investigation thing therein is largely a dead letter. There's still probably, there still could be some revelations with regards to what's going on with Flynn and so forth, but I don't like that term. I think that term "nothing burger" is a really stupid term, and I don't like to use it. But if you are inclined to use that sort of vocabulary, this is not an unreasonable place to use it at this point. Now, the reason that I'm bringing up future revelations in respect to this current one is not because I believe that there is anything serious that's likely to come out. Louise Mensch's increasingly inventive tweets notwithstanding. If you take her word for it, Trump will be sentenced to a firing squad next week. But I think that is highly, highly, highly unlikely. Anyhow, the thing that's important is to keep in mind that the media took this complete lack of actionable information and blew it up into something that they were trying to claim was an impeachment crisis. Okay? So what that means is that they will take anything, no matter how small, no matter how trivial, and they are going to try to blow it up into something that is actionable and will cause both disruption within the Trump administration and sap the morale of his supporters. So just keep that in mind. When the next story comes out, it's probably going to be fake too. When the story after that comes out, it's probably going to be fake too. You always have to take it seriously enough to look at it. I'm not saying dismiss everything out of hand. I'm saying that review them critically in the knowledge that the media has proven itself willing to blatantly lie in order to attempt to disrupt and harm the administration. That's all I've got now. I'm going to be back later tonight to discuss the UK elections. So have a good afternoon. And remember, mainstream news is fake news.